Hello, how's it going today? I'm here in Chelsea, Quebec in Gatineau Park, and it's a beautiful fall day here in October, and we're gonna head up the King Mountain Trail. It's a 2-kilometer trail that's gonna give us some amazing views overlooking Gatineau and Ottawa, and there's so many fall colors out here today. It's gonna be an amazing view. So let's head on up the hill and check out the King Mountain Trail. Okay, so here's some signs to tell us where to go. If we were to go off where it says Keogan there, it'd be another 4-kilometer trail off to the skyline, which is an east-facing view, and you can actually get some amazing sunrises on that trail. But today we're going to head on to the King Mountain Trail, 1.3 kilometers off that way, just straight ahead of us. There's lots of people here today, and it's a really nice day out here in the middle of October, so I can see why there's a lot of people that are enjoying it. Okay, so we're going to take number 31 up the King Mountain Trail off to the left. Okay, so the 31 turns into the 8. We're going to head up this way. All right, so you can see on that tree the number 8. That's the trail we're going to follow to get to the lookout. Every now and then on the trail, I'm passing about 3 or 4 groups of people of 20 or more that are coming up here to hike. So this is a really popular place to come in Gatineau Park. So it is a bit rocky here on this trail as we get along. Just something to be careful of. Okay, another sign. 700 meters to go. Okay, so we've actually come up to Champlain Parkway here. And we are now entering the conservation area. Unfortunately, from this point forward, no dogs are allowed. There is a minimum fine of $100 if you bring your dog here because it's a conservation area. That must be a really scenic drive through on that parkway down there with all the beautiful fall colors. All right, so from this point on, we are following trail number 37. Lots of different marked trails out here. Just got to make sure you know which one you're taking. All right, we've come up to a nice little fork in the road here. I see a sign over this way. Okay, so where we came from is Kingsmere, which is 2 kilometers back where we came from, and King Mountain is only 500 meters off to the left. So we've already walked 2 kilometers to get to this point. Get another 500 meters to get to the beautiful view at King Mountain. So now we're going to take a very nice little loop around and come back to where that sign is there. Oh, okay, so we have our first information plaque that talks about maple, beech, and yellow birches. This forest is composed primarily of maple, beech, and yellow birch. Some of these trees are over 200 years old. Maple stands like this one, made up of mostly younger trees, are common throughout the park. It is rare to find sectors of the park where trees have been spared from forest fires or past logging. Also, extreme weather events such as major ice storms have had an impact on the habitat in recent years. In the spring, the forest floor is scattered with spring flowers that can benefit from the sun's rays before the leaves appear on the trees in the fall. Maple trees are a spectacular display. You can already see that lots of leaves have already fallen, but they really are spectacular in here. All the yellow leaves from the birch, all the red leaves from the maples. Oh, it looks like we got a set of stairs now to go up. Oh, this is just so pretty in here. They're fast, eh? Go, squirrel. Okay, so there is parking here at King Mountain, 125 meters off to my right. And we got another kilometer to go until we get to a lookout. So let's head on down the trail there. And I believe there's a sign too that we can learn about. All right, so here we have another sign. This beautiful body of water is called Black Lake. So this is a typical landscape here in Gatineau Park. This rolling landscape dotted with lakes and streams is typical of Gatineau Park and the Canadian Shield. The park includes many habitats, valleys, wetlands, fields, forests, lakes, and streams. That's why there is such an amazing variety of plants and animals. Gatineau Park is a treasure trove of biodiversity and a haven for numerous species, some of which are at risk. All right, we're gonna head up this set of stairs here and get to the mountain. All right, so I'm about halfway up these stairs here, and you can see through these trees the amazing view here. You can see the reds and yellows of the trees on the water. Man, it is amazing in here. Oh, we've got some wooden stairs now. And another sign that talks about hemlock and moss. So this sign says, you'll notice that it is quite dark in here because this forest doesn't get much sunlight. The level of humidity is higher, which encourages the growth of moss on the ground. The slope is steep and the soil is poor and rocky. Hemlock is one of the only types of tree that can grow on those conditions. Some habitats in the park may seem a bit unfriendly, but it's the great variety that they provide that sustains the diversity of plant and animal species that live here. And just behind me, you can see where I came from. way down there. And there's the view of Black Lake through the trees again. All right, we're gonna continue on. Another sign that's talking about different habitats. So it says here, you have left the steep north side of King Mountain and now are nearing the summit, almost there. In the space of just a few meters, the environment has changed. Rays of sunlight now filter through the branches, which is true. You can see that there. Suddenly, it feels warmer. The air is less humid and the ground is less damp. The hemlock forest gives way to a forest of hardwoods like beech, sugar maple, and white oak. This type of contrast can be seen throughout the park. In a typical Canadian Shield environment, sunshine, humidity, soil composition, and terrain are unique to each piece of land. This variety is what supports so many different species of plants and animals. So yeah, you can really see the difference with what that sign was talking about. It's more open, and you can see all these beautiful yellow leaves from the white birch or yellow birch. And we're almost to the summit of King Mountain. Always love coming to places like this to see and learn about the habitat and the biodiversity and the history and everything that makes up parks, which is why it's so very important that we help conserve them for the future. All right, we are nearing the summit. I can see through the trees the view I've waited for this entire hike. Here we go. Oh my God. I've made it to the summit of King Mountain. This is part of the Eardley Escarpment, which runs along the southern edge of the park. Here, the Canadian Shield meets the St. Lawrence lowlands. The warm, dry climate supports the growth of white oaks that you can see around, a tree that is quite rare in this region. Because of its specific microclimate, the Eardley Escarpment is also home to many other rare species. Over half of Gatineau's park plant and animal species at risk are found here. Because of this escarpment is the most fragile and precious ecosystem of the park. Wow, I cannot get over this stunning view. And you can see way over there Gatineau and Ottawa. See if I can zoom in. So there is another amazing view of the city of Gatineau and Ottawa just over there across. Spectacular view. It's beautiful with all the fall colors too. So you can also see the Ottawa River from here, which is the closest body of water to me here. You can see for miles. It's spectacular, amazing, beautiful, stunning. Words are not enough to describe this. Okay, so this sign talks about the National Historic Site that we're getting close to. You are close to the first Geodetic Survey Station National Historic Site of Canada, which was officially designated in 1929. This geodetic station was erected in 1909 by the Geodetic Survey of Canada. Geodesy is the scientific discipline that deals with the measurement and representation of the dimensions and the shape of the Earth. The latitude and longitude coordinates it provides are essential to a range of other scientific disciplines and engineering. King Mountain was selected as the site for the first geodetic station because it could be seen from several locations in the region, especially from the Federal Observatory in Ottawa, which is also a National Historic Site. So here we are on the summit of King Mountain in Gatineau Park here in Chelsea, Quebec. Look at this view, it is spectacular. The whole reason I hike is to see things just like this. Just wow. It's amazing. So I started my journey down at Kingsmere, and to get to this point, it's been about 3 kilometers, and it has been so worth it to come on out here. I recommend this trail. You can see all the beautiful fall colors changing on all the trees. It's spectacular. Just amazing. And you can really tell why it's a busy spot. I passed maybe 40 people on the way up here, and I'm sure I'll pass more on the way down. So it's a really popular trail. Come on out, check it out here in Gatineau Park in Quebec. I'm Brandon, and I will see you at the next one.